Bruce, hey buddy, sorry I didn't get this back to you earlier. I had already analyzed your swing and was kind of talking through it and looking at it compared to Tiger and all this stuff, and and I was kind of making all in my mind what I was going to do, and then I didn't analyze it. So I analyzed it to myself, but did not send it to you. So let's go ahead and get started here, buddy. Your swing is looking a lot better. I mean, a lot better. The things that are going on, just like in your email that you said to me, you're hitting it so much better, your misses are better. The changes you've made have been good. Now, the things that we're going to have to continue to make, and here's the good thing, bud. I mean, the stuff that we did, with the club face and the path and all that stuff, your body motion is better. Body motion, as we say, will take minimum 6 months. So as we look at this, as this club goes back, it's working a little bit out, and you can see where your weight's going. Your weight's going towards your toes. So we're going to work on that. We're going to get you on your backswing to feel like your weight goes into your right heel. And you could see by watching that head, it's going a little bit forward. So we do want to work on that just ever so slightly. Now, as you come here, you can see what your rear end's doing and your head's doing. So therefore, your weight, you're sort of pulling out of it with your head because you went forward a little bit, and your rear end's tucking underneath. That's our big dilemma right now. And we're going to be working on this for a few months. But if you can get this, ever so slightly, if it's an inch better, I mean, if you look over here on the right, your right hip is still sliding, but man, that's so much better than what it was before. So you have done a great job so far, and the beautiful thing is it's only going to get better. The bad news is what you're working on is a little bit tougher only because the ball won't tell you. All right, if your face is open and the ball slices, you know the face is open. If your butt tucks underneath, the ball's not going to necessarily tell you that, your butt tucked underneath. So you're just going to have to work on it, okay? And so the way we're going to do this is I want you to put a bag stand, one of these bag stands over here. Just put that kind of at an angle on your rear end and just practice keeping it on there. Grab an iron and just hit some that way. The other thing we're going to have you do, all right, and I want you to kind of pay attention to this. Let me pull up Tiger here. Tiger has been accused or has said, or it has been said that Tiger's got the fastest hips on tour, that he clears faster than anyone. All right, well, if you look at this, okay, what I want you to notice, I'm going to draw a line right here underneath his belt buckle, and I want you to watch his belt buckle. As he is transitioning, notice how his belt buckle stays pointed back in this direction. That allows his arms to gain some speed, to get moving, and his arms are going to move faster at this point. So that little point where he keeps his rear end back allows his arms to get down in front. Now, if you look at his foot, Tiger also has been at times, he's had his right foot off the ground more than anyone. And so I want you to look at your right foot. So one of the drills we're going to do with you, besides keeping your rear end on the bag stand or, your bag, you can stick your driver right up there, just lean against your driver or whatever. So do this with some irons. Is we're just going to hit some where you're flat-footed, okay? Because ultimately what we've got to do here, Bruce, if you watch your hips, you can see how that first move is that clear open, all right? So your hips clear open, as opposed if you look at Tiger at that same position, right there, you can see how much more his belt buckle is back to the right, whereas yours, let me just kind of point a line if I did, his belt buckle is that way, your belt buckle is down. So your arms are not sequenced up, okay, with your body, whereas Tiger gets his arms more sequenced with his body. So we've got to slow your hips down, and I don't really want to slow your hips down, but we're going to have to. But what we're really trying to do is just speed your arms up, get your arms back in front of you. So good job so far in what you're doing. Your goal over the next week is to hit some balls flat-footed. Okay, I want you to work on that. I want you to do some pump drills. I'll attach that at the end here if you're not sure what that is. Also, from down the line, just make your first initial move more towards your heels. We want to get rid of this little move away right there, because we're not sure if that's causing it. If you're going out towards your toes, then you're just pulling out of it. But again, if we can get this, let's look at, here we go. There's Boo Weekly. They move the camera a little bit, but you can see how much more he's in his angles. You can see his spine there. You can see Schwartzel. Camera angle's a little off here, but, and I've never really drawn a line on Schwartzel's rear end, but you could see how much more he's in that position. Alvaro Quiros, longest hitter, basically on tour. You can see how they keep that rear end back, and you can just see the difference. I mean, this guy, and that's what you want to think about here too, right? So this guy is the longest hitter on tour, and look at his right foot. Look at how much more calm his right foot is. All right, Zach Johnson. Look at how much more. Look at his right foot, and if you look at his rear end, so they're all kind of maintaining their positions. All right. Let's just going to draw a line here, and he actually moved in on it, but you can see it's still not underneath as much. His head's in a good position, but I think you get the idea. No idea what Bubba looks like, so let's look at it at this point. He's actually broken that line, which is good. You know, that's really what you see from power hitters. Tiger does that as well. So that's what we're going to be working on, bud. And again, it's going to take a little bit of time because the ball won't tell you. So you just literally need to get something, that bag stand right on your rear end. Almost just get something if you can lean on it and hit some shots. You know, just overdo it a little bit. You know, really feel like your chest is low. One of the things, and here's an extreme drill for you, okay? When you have a hat on, take a shaft or take one of those rods, stick it up through your belt loop, underneath your belt, and into your hat. You're gonna feel like a zombie or like Frankenstein. You're gonna feel very robotic. Hit some soft shots that way. And what you're gonna really feel is when you're finished, you're gonna feel how your left hip is way out this direction, and you're gonna feel how your chest feels really low and in this direction. And just try that. It's going to look weird. Do it at home first. Make some practice swings. Get the idea of it, and that will really help you out. Bruce, send me an email. The pump drill is a great drill to learn lag in the downswing. What we want to do, we are assuming that your backswing is pretty good at this point. As you swing up to the top, we're simply going to hold our position, drop our right arm down where our right elbow is in front of our right hip. Do that once. Do that twice. And on the third one, slowly swing through and hit the shot. This is a drill. Make sure when you're doing this, you are holding that lag, feeling where that club is at this point. Left arm is straight. I've got a 90-degree position. This is a way that you can hit the ball farther and more solid in your golf swing.